All right, I'm going to run through a few cost of living questions now. What's the coalition plan to reduce the price of groceries?
Well, Andrew, one of the biggest impacts on groceries is the energy policy. So it's not just your power bill that's gone up at home, it's the IGA store, it's the cold storage operator, it's the supermarket with their freezers. And the trouble is that all of that additional cost is being passed on to consumers. So one of the best things that we can do to get grocery prices down is to make sure that we've got productivity in the economy and to make sure that we have a downward pressure on energy prices. Because under the government's proposal with their 2035 targets, prices for electricity and gas are going to go up much higher, and therefore grocery prices will stay higher for longer. So even if interest rates come down by 0.25%, and let's hope they come down soon, it's not going to have the impact on those businesses and on grocery prices. It's all of these decisions that the government's made or haven't made over the last 2.5 years that have contributed to grocery prices going up.
Well, you sort of talk about getting more gas in the system to reduce prices before you get on the nuclear thing. How do you do that?
Well, we need to make sure that there's an investment proposition. So at the moment, as you know, the government's talking about a nature-positive anti-mining bill that they've withdrawn because of the WA election at the moment. But that essentially cruels mining in Western Australia. 12 months ago, Chris Bowen would not mention the word gas. And now reality is struck. All of a sudden they're saying, well, maybe we need some gas in the system. So a government that is open to and supportive of investment in gas, of further discoveries, of bringing projects on more quickly. They funded the Environmental Defenders Office to stop gas projects from taking place. And now we're seeing the reality hit and gas having to be imported into Victoria, which is an outrage.
What's the coalition plan to reduce the cost of insurance?
Well, again, there are a number of factors. I think the mitigation issues play in. There are stamp duty and GST issues at a state level which add to premium cost. There are obviously reinsurance issues, some of which are outside of our country's control, but we need competition, we need depth in the insurance pool, and we need to make sure that we're not being ripped off by insurance companies. And as we've done with the supermarkets, where we have threatened divestment if consumers are being ripped off, similarly in the insurance market, we will intervene to make sure that consumers get a fair go, because at the moment people are paying too much for their insurance, and what's resulting is that people aren't taking out insurance. So that moral hazard is created for a number of reasons, and people just simply can't afford to insure their car or their home at the moment.